everybody. Hi, welcome back for another Wind Down Wednesday.
How you doing?
It was a little touch and go today, whether or not we were going to have a video. Joel was kind of feeling a little under the weather earlier, but he's a champion.
Yeah, I
pulled through.
You know, I have some stomach issues, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't know whether it's a bug or whether it's just the IBS.
Yeah. Well.
It could be the IBS.
Yeah. So he might be taking it easy on the snacks tonight, but you know, a little bit of wine can't hurt.
No,
clear out whatever is in the digestive tract that might be causing problems.
I already had a beer to prime the pump, so
there you
I'm
go.
good. You know, making me feel better. Kind of calms the stomach down a little bit.
Yes.
That's why they say when you're going out for fried fish, get some beer. Get a pitcher of beer.
It helps to balance everything out.
Right, right.
So we are back outside in the wine garden tonight. It is absolutely gorgeous down here in Florida. It's just another hour or so.
Probably 70 degrees.
Temperature will be much nicer.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable outside right now, but I can't wait till it cools off just a little bit more.
Stop licking my thing. It's probably the humidity is probably almost zero. And it's literally a perfect night.
We are definitely getting into fall.
This is it in Florida. This is like the best. Well, it's not the best. Well, actually, this is the best.
Well, sometimes January is
cold.
really great. Well,
it's cold.
But we have some warm days where it gets up into like the upper 60s.
We had a wine party out here where we had that heater right there, which you can't see.
Yeah, we only have one heater.
In the middle of the thing on full blast, and everybody still had winter coats on.
Everybody's standing around trying to huddle underneath.
Drinking wine. So we're going to go to the first one, which is, we've done this before, right?
I don't know. I have to go back. If we have, it's been a while. I don't know that we have.
Right.
So this is the 2022 Legato Sauvignon Blanc. So I never really thought I was a Sauvignon Blanc fan until I started drinking these wines. I always kind of thought it was a little too dry or a little too light, didn't have enough flavor or something like that, but I'm growing to love the Sauvignon Blanc. Now this one is unique because of Legato, and it comes from Chile.
It's lighter than the rosés.
Yeah, probably.
It's got a different pungent taste.
Lighter and crispier, and there's just some other flavor notes in this one that I'm curious to see if you pick up on.
Without eating anything.
Because he's going into this blind. He doesn't know anything about these wines.
I don't know anything about it.
No, you don't.
Oh, I've never had these before?
I don't think so, no. And if you do, you probably don't remember, so.
Pineapple-y.
Okay, pineapple, okay.
Slight pineapple.
Okay, that's good.
Pear, pineapple, not dry, is that what it says?
Are you getting any kind of like spicy?
Yeah, almost like maybe, not star anise, but like, there's some other...
When I say it, you're going to be like, yes, that's it.
Say it.
No, not yet. I gotta wait for the big reveal. I gotta be dramatic about this.
Okay, you can be dramatic.
Alright, so this is $26 a bottle. It's pretty moderately priced for the wines. And like I said, this is from Chile. It's 100% Sauvignon Blanc, not a blend of anything. It's described as earthy and crisp. Okay?
It is earthy and crisp.
With notes of fresh pineapple, lemongrass, lime, and jalapeno. Are you tasting jalapeno at all?
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay. I'm normally not a fan of jalapeno because I don't like super spicy things.
It's not spicy.
Jalapeno kind of leans that certain way. I'm just kind of like, I don't really like that.
Actually, when I just ate the cheddar cheese, now I can feel it. It is
jalapeno?
It's a little spicy, yeah.
Oh, okay. I do have some of the Boar's Head, the pepper jack, spicy pepper jack cheese, which I thought would really go well with this one.
That's unusual.
Okay.
That is unusual.
So it says, if you loved Agnico, you will love Legato. Same source, just a new label. Grown close to the Pacific coast in Chile, this wine has the citrusy, spicy notes for the true Sauvignon Blanc fan. Kisses of jalapeno, pineapple, and vibrant minerality make this a very versatile wine for any time. So minerality, you know how I love my minerality in the wines. So that's kind of the reason why I got this one. So I was like,
you need your mineral.
Yeah, I thought I might give that a try. This just typically means that it's like really fresh and clean on the palate.
This is unusual. That's all I can say.
So it says it pairs well with any shellfish, day at the beach, and soft cheeses. So we have what is this? The spinach and artichoke cheese dip.
Yeah.
I have our little wraps that we like to get with like some kind of shrimp or something inside. I don't know what that is. But some kind of seafood shellfish inside of it. I have some pineapple. So we have just a variety of different things on here that I thought would probably go well with this. So I'm going to give this a try.
Yep, and I will tell you that my week has been busy, but usually the first 2 or 3 days of the week are not busy for me. It's mostly shipping and logistics and emails with everything else. So what are you getting? What are you getting?
It's definitely very light and crisp and clean.
Yeah?
I don't know that I get like jalapeno, but I get the earthy.
Try a little bit of the cheddar, then do it.
Okay. Well, and then we also have
the beef jerky.
The beef jerky, the sweet and spicy, that probably would go. I think that's the regular and that's the sweet and spicy.
We have Nick's beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh bags. You the last 2 bags.
Oh, fresh beef jerky, you can't beat it. No, like no preservatives.
He goes, you better order
awesome.
by next week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I mentioned Et Nico. We've had some of their other wines, and some of like the mixed tracks will blend with some of the Et Nico vineyard grapes.
Yep.
So I find this interesting that Et Nico and Legato.
When you have, after you eat that cheese, you have that, and you're gonna taste that little bit of a bite.
Okay.
But it's unusual in a good way. Now, there's some wines that are unusual in a bad way. This is unusual in a good way.
I don't get like spicy at all. Okay, let me try after the cheddar.
Do it. You getting anything? Little?
Maybe a tiny bit more, but no, not really. I don't get a whole lot of
of
difference in there. Now, I would like to try it with the pineapple because...
Let me do a little spicy.
Okay. I do have a little bit of pulled pork with some taco seasoning on it because I thought, with these kind of flavor notes, I thought it might go
Did you ever
well
clean
together.
that placemat from last week? I spilled the stuff on it.
Yes. It's amazing what OxyClean can do.
I have
Honestly, it gets everything out.
I have 2 or 3 shirts that I need your help on.
Okay.
That have stains on them.
I can do that.
Blood stains.
So we love to give you the soil to sip report just to kind of show you what happens from the time the grape is grown in the vineyard and to how it gets into this bottle, because no other wine company out there, especially ones that you find at the store-bought brands, will tell you this process, because they don't want you to know all the extra stuff that they added into it, or the gigantic claws they use to come around and grab the grapes and a bunch of other yucky stuff that just naturally happens in a vineyard that goes into all of the stuff that they send to then be processed to be to turn into their wine. It's really pretty gross. A lot of the grapes from the clean crafted wines are either hand picked or are very systematically picked, so you don't get any of the extra stuff off the ground. I mean, think about like rodents and other animals that are crawling around down there.
They're picking up all the grapes, and it's just a massive thing that's grabbing. And what I can't understand is, to this day, even after doing this for so long, is on every food label, anything food you buy, that you have to put the label on there, what's in there. On wine, they don't. Why? Why is that? It's like,
it goes through that process. There's a long list of FDA approved things that if you saw what was approved by the FDA, you're like, why in the world is that approved?
right.
I don't want that in my wine. I don't want to be drinking that.
But they don't have to put the ingredients on the wine bottle.
Right.
And when you go to buy your store-bought wine, you won't see it.
But we have total transparency with all the clean crafted Scout and Cellar wines. You know exactly what's in that bottle.
Yes.
So, the Soil to Sip report, it says sourced from our partners at Emiliana Vineyards at Nico, utilizing grapes from vines planted over 25 years ago. So this, I guess, would be considered like old growth vines. Grapes are harvested in the early morning hours to maximize the freshness and natural aromatics of the Sauvignon. Once pressed, the juice was fermented in stainless steel tanks for 21 days. After fermentation was stopped, the wine was aged in stainless steel tanks for 4 months before bottling under sustainable cork.
So during the wine party, is Sophie going to be out here? Because she's going to
Of course.
She'll clean up all the mess.
Yeah, she's very social. She loves to be friendly with everybody.
If they're not mauling her, if they're not like holding her, she will clean everything up. If there's anything that falls on the ground, it gets cleaned up.
Yes.
And she'll be, I guarantee you, that's all she's going to be thinking about. Maybe they're going, oh, I want to pick you up, I want to hold you.
Oh yes, and she loves all the attention. So after the pineapple, just gives it a little bit brighter kind of finish
Try that,
to the wine. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm just thinking about, like, I don't know, like this time of year, I guess you don't do a whole lot of things with pineapple, but
no,
it definitely goes great with that wine.
What about tomatoes?
Give it a try. I was going to take some of the sweet peppers and try it with the soft cheese that we have here with the spinach and artichoke.
Is that the spinach and artichoke dip?
Uh-huh. It's that Alouette spreadable cheese.
Yeah, it's good. It's good with tomatoes. Yeah, good with veggies. And quite frankly, you could sit here and have a platter of veggies, a little spreadable cheese, and have some wine. Very healthy.
Goes great with that. So again, we talked about the tasting notes: pineapple, lime, lemongrass, jalapeno. It's not spicy by any means. I think the jalapeno gives it a little more of the earthy taste. And again, it pairs well with shellfish.
It's
salt
not spicy.
cheese. And it says beach weekends. I mean, I guess just being outside probably.
It's not spicy at all.
And like the salty air maybe would kind of enhance the flavor.
Yeah. After you eat the carrot.
Really?
Yeah. Let me try that again.
Okay. The ingredients of this wine are grapes, tartaric acid, yeast, and sulfites. And that's it. That's all that goes into this wine. There's nothing else in there.
Good one. Definitely a good one. 2022 vintage. I'm digging it.
I like it with the spreadable cheese. That kind of brings out a little bit more of the earthiness.
Yeah.
Did you try any of the spicy cheese?
Not
you're
yet.
staying away? Okay.
I might do it.
Okay.
Get more wine in me, I might do it.
I want to try a little bit of the
I'm trying to save the beef jerky.
California
for the
wrap, I think is what this is called. Yeah, the beef jerky. Save it for the red. Okay. Well, I'm going to try a little bit of this.
See, they don't sell those in my Publix.
Really?
They don't sell those. We can make those though, but it'd be a pain. Look at all the chopped up ingredients.
It's way easier just to buy it from Publix.
Just buy them from there.
I'm ready pre-made.
So you get 4 of those.
It's great on Wednesday nights at Publix. Back in the sushi section, they have all of the pre-made sushi packages, and it's on special on Wednesdays only. It's $5 a
You could
package.
you bought the 4-pack, so you take 2 of them to work with you for work. You're not gonna do.
This was just a 2-pack.
Oh, I say you could take 2 of these to work after lunch.
No, I know that would be delicious. It'd be a nice little lunch. It's nice and light
But you can't have that for lunch.
in the middle of the day. I mean, I could, but I just bought one package for us to have tonight. So I'm gonna try it after having that wrap. I need a little bit more because I'd like to try with a few more things. I didn't get a huge bite of like shellfish and that, but I mean these little veggies and that kind of whole like Asian like the whatever dipping sauce this is goes really great with this wine too. Even though it kind of like you think about jalapeno, you think more maybe like Mexican.
Try the Asian zing.
No, I'm not gonna have the Asian thing. It's too spicy. So the other information about this wine, it's 12.5% alcohol. It is 0.66 grams per liter of residual sugar, 77 parts per milliliter of sulfites. Most of the clean crafted wines are going to be 100 or less. So again, that kind of reduces maybe any kind of like histamine reaction you might have with most of these wines. So if that's an issue for you, you can breathe easy that you probably won't have those kind of reactions with these wines. It's 100 calories per 5-ounce serving, 0.098 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving, and of course, 0 fat.
0 fat.
Very low in sugar,
No
very low in
cholesterol.
calories. Yeah, no fat, no cholesterol. Like these are. We don't have her little baggie of special crackers.
She never gets a night like this. 1 night a week. Excuse me.
No, she doesn't get snacks like this any other night.
But she's getting them tonight. I must do this one instead. That was too spicy.
So a fun little did you know fact. It says Chile is well known for producing world-class Sauvignon Blanc due to their proximity to the Pacific Ocean. The ripeness of the grapes occur during the afternoon with evening and early morning cool temperatures that protect the acidity and bright aromatics. So apparently that region grows really great Sauvignon Blanc.
So that's why it's like an oceanfront wine. You sit in the ocean,
Yeah,
sit
probably.
on the beach, enjoy it. I was looking at 260-foot yachts today.
Because of your client?
No, there was no, not
Like,
that.
do you have something to tell me? Did you win the lottery or something?
I won $5 billion. No, I saw it today. I was like, I don't know why it came up, but it was like, they were showing it's called the Hobbs Report.
Okay.
And I read that sometimes. It's different financial news.
Okay.
And they were showing that it was like the largest luxury yacht in the world. It's called, it's a super yacht, 260-foot yacht. And it looks like a spaceship. It has 26 guest rooms with en-suites. It has the master quarters. It has the crew quarters in the very bottom level. And it has 15 levels with elevators. 260-foot super yacht.
That's too much. If I go out on a trip out in the ocean, you're like isolated. I don't want 26 other sets of people with me.
Yeah, but they're different floors.
I don't care.
They're not on your floor.
I don't care. I want to have a smaller group, maybe 10 max,
You don't have to fill it.
of people. And that's a gigantic. I mean,
How much does the yacht cost?
do you understand like how limited you would be on different ports that you can pull into because your boat is too big for a lot of ports then?
Well, here's the thing about this boat. Under the hull, there's a 45-foot boat to take everybody
On
to
the shore.
Yes. They anchor them. Gigantic anchors come down like a love boat. And you port off. On the sides, there's jet ski slots. Where there's a dozen jet skis.
Okay.
So you want to go out in the ocean, have fun.
Is she chasing after a lizard?
So if I did hit $2 billion in Powerball, I would spend the $75 million. I'd buy that. Just move everybody in. You go out in the ocean, have a crew, wait on us every morning.
I'm still gonna. I don't think I want to be out on the ocean with that many people.
Really?
No, I'm sorry.
What if it was family?
I don't.
Did we
We'll
kill each other?
rotate. Yes, we'll rotate them through. I really, my nerves can't handle that many people all around at the same time. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
So it's too big?
Yes, it's way too big. Now this wine goes really great with a little bit of touch of the taco seasoning from the pork with the sweet and spicy beef jerky.
Yeah.
Like all of those kind of flavors really play off nicely with this wine, even though it's like earthy and crisp and it's it's a really nice light wine.
With the rosemary crackers, I'm getting different. There's something under there she's trying to get to.
Oh, okay.
Could be a wasp nest or something.
Oh.
But anyways, if you hear the dog screech, don't, I'm getting really, really good notes from the rosemary crackers. When you eat the rosemary cracker,
Really?
it's kind of like illuminating.
I'm surprised by that
aspects of
because
the wine.
that doesn't seem like any of the notes of this wine would complement that.
That's the specific flavor in this cracker is the rosemary, which I love these, by the way. But with this wine, it's enhancing it. The rosemary enhances it a little bit. And that's what I can tell you. The highlight of this one would be when I had the cheddar cheese and the rosemary cracker. Those are the two highlights of the wine. It's like just a dry cracker. I probably eat a lot of those tonight, but
with nothing else on it, just a
my
cracker.
my stomach's okay. It's
Okay.
like, I have problems,
Well, it's hereditary. I'm sure there's other people that are watching that are familiar with this.
Yes, it is, and you know what? You just deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Some nights are better than others. Some mornings are better than others. And trust me, you know what I'm talking about, like better than others. But other than that,
This is a great wine.
it is a great
nice,
wine.
crisp, light wine.
Do this for the wine party?
No,
Did you order the wine yet?
we do have the wine coming.
You ordered it?
Yeah, remember I ordered the rest. I had some of it already, and then I ordered the rest of it. So we're all set. It's just going to be here
nest.
before. Oh
It's a
no.
bee's nest.
Oh, she's going to get stung.
Yeah, it's a bee's nest under that.
Well, she's curious. Once she finds out, then she'll know not to go chasing after that anymore.
Look, it's an adult channel. The fuck around and find out scale.
Oh my gosh.
Was the guy did the fuck around find out scale? And you're like, put a line there. And he goes, this is for every aspect of your life. He goes, there's only so much certain people can take. And I was thinking of teachers. It's the fuck around and find out line for teachers. You draw the line.
Or your students.
And then he draws the axis to 7 and then down to 7. And he goes, if you're underneath the 7 axis, you're okay. I'm thinking of teachers. Her. Anything under 7 she can tolerate. But once that kid goes over 7,
Well, we just finished the first grading period. I submitted my report card grades. I had many students, not many, but several students who failed my class for the first 9 weeks. They just thought that all these missing assignments that they had were just magically going to disappear, or somehow they were just going to magically pass my class.
Magic. It's magic.
It's magic. Well,
it's magic.
No, they found out.
Oh.
You do nothing the whole 9 weeks. You fail my class. There's no magic that's going to happen there.
Laziness is bliss until it's Judgment Day. And when Judgment Day comes, and there's no more time to put your turn in your assignments.
We're done. There's no more second chances. You had 15 second chances the entire 9 weeks and you still couldn't get your stuff turned in. I got nothing left for you.
When I was in school, I didn't have 15 chances. I had one chance.
You had the due date, and if you didn't turn it in, you got a 0. That
0.
was it. You didn't do well on the test. Oh well, you should have studied harder. There's not test retakes or curves or all this other kind of nonsense that goes on there. I mean, you have to try really hard to fail at this point.
Yeah, you should actually try to fail. But zeros would devastate your average. I mean, even one homework assignment 0 would devastate your average. It's like, a teacher would tell you, I'm sorry, Joel. And you go, why am I failing?
You didn't turn in all these assignments.
Remember the green grade book?
I do remember.
Like,
when I first started teaching, I had those.
So this, and this. And I was like, I turned that in. No, you didn't. I turned that in. No, you didn't. I would stand there. In 7th grade, I would say, I turned that in. No, you didn't, Mrs. Brandt.
That was back when you had actual paper assignments. It was like, do you have that assignment with my grade on it somewhere? No? Okay, you never turned it in.
No. But Mrs. Brandt, my 7th grade math teacher, beginning class, she would stand up and she'd say, stop! Pull them out. Homework. I don't want to see any talking or whatever under the table. I'm like, you had to put it on there, on the table, and put your hands down. Because she thought there were shenanigans going on. You know, somebody's doing homework for other people. Maybe there was a little tomfoolery going on. Maybe I paid for some homework, I don't know, you know. But, or I knew a cute girl that did the homework for me. I was like, hey, would you do my homework?
No, I was like, you do your own homework.
But she did, and if you didn't have it, 0. No excuses, no, that's it.
Well, now everything is submitted digitally online, so it's like there's a timestamp. I can see your score. Like there's no excuses. You never submitted it. There's no score here. Like you can't tell me, oh, I turned that in. You lost my paper. No.
There has to be consequences for poor behavior.
Well, there is now. So now you get to enjoy course recovery to try to, go back and redo whatever you got to do to bring up the grade for the first 9 weeks, which again is total nonsense because it was like, oh, the end of the 9 weeks came and went, you didn't meet the requirements, you failed the first 9 weeks, do better next time. No, you still have. I don't know.
Get them at a state sale?
No, I think I probably got those at like Joanne.
Oh.
You can get really great discounts on all kinds of decorative stuff.
Got my new ring from Sun Creek Brewery.
Sun Creek ring, yeah.
Got it last night. Shout out to my buddies at Sun Creek Brewery. We're going to move on to the next wine.
So we have another Legato wine for you tonight, so also from Chile.
Ooh, it's a Cabernet.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is a Cabernet, and this is, which vintage is this? This is the 2020.
I'm not going to burp and blow it up.
Thank you, I appreciate that. The 2020 Cabernet Sauvignon. Again, I believe this is there's not a blend or anything like that. I think this is just a straight cab. So this is also $26 a bottle. Again, you think about the process and how long it takes, fermentation, everything how old the vines are. All of these things contribute to slightly elevated price. So 26 is pretty moderate for
That's a moderate price wine.
Yeah, the clean crafted wines. This one is actually also available for auto sip. So if you taste this one and you really like it, you can put it in your cart as auto sip. And you can just set up how frequently you want it sent to you.
While supplies last.
Right, until it runs out. But when you also sign up for auto sip, you get a 10% discount.
Right.
On any of the auto sip wines. Yes, you do. So if there's any wines that are available for auto sip, because not all of them are available for that, but any ones that say you can do one-time purchase or auto sip.
So how often can you do that?
You set it up however you want. You can do it like every 2 weeks. You can do it once a month, every 2 months, every 3 months, however often you want it. But you can, if there's a particular wine that you like, you're like, yep, just keep it coming. I like that wine. I want it all the time until it runs out. And then you just set it up in your cart with whatever timing you want and any other auto sip wines you want, and you get 10% off.
And when you hear the doorbell go off and the UPS guys there, you're like, whoa!
Yes, you're like, oh, my wine's here.
my surprise is here, my gift.
Okay, so this is again 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. It's described as fruity and bold. It has notes of berries, cherry, and coffee beans. So, I do have some dried cherries. I do have some chocolate-covered espresso beans. So both of those will probably go really well. I don't know if the taco meat might go well with this. The plums might go well. Definitely the beef jerky, and just kind of explore around it.
I've been doing the beef jerky.
But there were specific things in here that I thought definitely would go well with this wine.
Well, we absolutely love the beef jerky, so we do it every week now.
Yes.
But I have to order more.
Yes.
So Nick said if I order like tomorrow, it's going to take him 2 weeks. because he has to prepare it all.
I know, he's just like,
It's all homemade.
like, yeah, it takes a little while.
I mean, you look at this. This is homemade beef jerky. Like there's no preservatives, no nothing in it.
Right.
And this is the sweet and spicy, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is the.
Yeah, it's delicious. So the Cabernet from Chile is one of the world's greatest value wines. If you have been a fan of Viente, so that's another one of our clean crafted labels, one of our vineyards, mixed track red blend, or at Nico, stock up on this juicy fruit forward cab that is easy drinking and rich. So are you getting like easy drinking?
It is easy drinking.
Because I always think of cab as being like drier, but this seems to be like more fruit forward.
Well, with a cab, I'm always thinking steak with cab for some reason. I mean, I would eat a steak with this. Wouldn't you? A filet mignon.
It's definitely drier than the white that we had before.
The other night she buys these giant filet mignons, and she ate the whole thing. She ate the whole thing.
I'm allowed to have a lean meat.
She's
I'm
a
allowed to
carnivore.
have like certain ounces.
You're like a vicious carnivore.
I need to have I need to have my lean meat. That's
I only had half of it.
Part of the proportion of all the other stuff that I have in the meal.
Trying to keep my girly figure.
A good healthy portion of protein and lean meat.
It's not going to make you fat.
No,
You're not.
That's good. Your metabolism is going to be like, yes, this is the fuel that I need.
Right. This won't make you fat if you ate filet mignon or like a lean fish. Like I'll make broiled fish with garlic and all that on it. It's delicious, isn't it? The other night I put like shredded Parmesan as a crust around it.
That was delicious.
That was great, wasn't it?
On the orange roughy?
It was orange roughy or flounder, I think. I can't remember.
No, it was orange roughy.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good. But
it was delicious.
Again, there's no carbs. There's no carbs. It's protein.
And it's a great source of lean meat.
I didn't gain weight.
And you get all those omegas in fish.
Yeah.
That are really great for your heart and a lot of other parts of your body.
These are tough food to eat for her. And see if you can handle that one.
I'm curious with the cheddar cheese. So, the like a little bit creaminess of the cheddar cheese with this, it does kind of bring the dryness down.
Is this the Parmesan or is it the raspberry?
It's the raspberry ale cheese, which I thought would also, because you're talking about berry flavors and things like that, the raspberry ale cheese I thought would probably go well with this. We have the dried cherries. And obviously the beef jerky and stuff like that.
Well, there's a smoky taste to it.
The cheese?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe it's the beef jerky.
Yeah, I think that might be with it. Okay, so the soil to sip report for this wine, it says the grapes for this wine were harvested from 20-year-old vines planted in Chile, fermented to bring out more of like the bolder flavors.
So it rested in oak for 5 months, then stainless steel.
No, stainless steel first, then oak for 5 months.
Oh.
Well, a combination, it said, of stainless steel and oak for 5 months before bottling. So oakiness typically brings out a little bit more of like the bolder flavors.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
This is a very relevant question. So we have 2020 Legato Cabernet. Is there 2021 or 2022 on the website?
I don't think I've seen that on there, no.
Oh, okay.
So we are in 2023. They probably will come out with a new vintage very soon, but you think about the time process that it takes to make these wines. So this is the 2020 vintage. They probably will be coming out with a 2023 very soon because of the time that it takes for all those grapes to regrow and go through the process of fermentation, and because they do like ferment for a long time, that they probably will be coming out with a new vintage.
So they don't
very
have
soon.
multiple vintages on the website?
I don't think so, no. I think this is the only Cabernet they have from Legato they have on there right now.
I'm in love with rock and roll.
So, the tasting notes of this wine are cherry and coffee. It says it pairs really well with burgers and cozy evenings. So think about like a little night out by the fire pit or something else like that. As we get into the cooler temperatures, this cab would be really great.
If you were to snuggle with me.
I do snuggle with you.
Snuggling.
Now that we're finally getting into cooler weather and I'm like sweating.
In bed, I'm getting the new bed Saturday.
Yes.
Brand new bed.
It'll be much nicer.
My Pillow, Mike Lindell, thank you.
His bed is very firm.
For years we've watched the commercials with Mike Lindell. Goes, I swear it's the best night's sleep you've ever had in your entire
We're like,
life.
is it really?
If you don't do a 10-year warranty, I'll give you your money back. So guess what I'm gonna do? We're gonna try it out. We're gonna lay it out. We're gonna is this the best night? Tomorrow, the next morning, we're like, is this the best night of sleep you've ever had?
We'll see.
And I'm gonna be like, if I wake up and go, oh. If I don't wake up, that's the key.
Yeah.
If I keep
my
sleeping.
hips don't hurt, my shoulders don't hurt.
I'll leap out of bed and just be like all happy. I do love rock and roll.
Yes.
I do love rock and roll.
Yes, you do.
Play a little heavier on the wine party list.
So the ingredients for this wine are grapes, yeast, oak, malolactobacteria, and sulfites. Not all of the wines have malolactobacteria in them, but it's just another one of those ingredients they use in the fermentation process to achieve a particular taste.
So, okay. So with the Cabernet grapes, are you talking about, what type of specific grapes are they using for the Cabernet?
The Cabernet Sauvignon grapes.
Okay, so.
And it's not a blend, but this is the only grape that's used in this wine.
It's interesting because Scout and Cellar they mostly have a lot of blends. They don't have direct straight, they have Cabernet, I think there's a Merlot.
No, they do
they
have several that are just straight wines that are pure, no blend.
But Scout and Cellar does not have a Shiraz, per se.
No, I think most of their, Tango might have
That's more of a Shiraz.
It might have just a straight Shiraz, but pretty much anything that has a Shiraz in it is probably a blend with something.
Well, Shiraz is usually a deeper red with a peppery flavor.
Yes. Oh, we're both coughing tonight.
That's because we're inhaling stuff. I know.
Well, so we have the smoky Gruyere cheese. Gruyere cheese. You have the spicy cheese here. I do want to try the.
I can't wait till the wine party when I go Gruyere.
Raspberry. Yes.
Hey everybody, can you say it? Gruyere.
Because during the party we talk about the same kind of things. So the flavor notes, how the wine was made, and you taste it. You try with some different things. Tell us, what do you think about the different flavors and like with tasting it with different things? Like how does it change the taste of the wine?
I'm debating. You're probably watching. Some of you are watching. You're going to be here. Tasting cards. You think we should do that? They'll get out of control though. You people get out of control. I need you to focus. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear like a hat. Some kind of hat with a light on the top of it. It'll flash into your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
And say, hey, pay attention.
I mean, I am a teacher, but I try to make this more like fun and just like spontaneous. And not so much of like.
But you tend to blow me.
Here's a lesson, and I'm going to teach you, and you're going to fill out this form. I mean, I try not to. Well, I just want people to know about the wines. Thank you.
You see, I maul her face.
Yes. But it's little love bites.
Yes, I need a nibble. This is good pork. Why do you do this to me? What are you doing to me?
So I just had the raspberry ale cheese. I got to try the wine. But with the dried cherries, this is like, it definitely brings out more of that fruitiness of the wine and makes it less dry.
Do you remember the other night when Sophie and Luna were playing with the collars on? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, and they were like playing cat and mouse.
You took pictures?
No, they were playing like cat and mouse, where they were like running around the island and like running to one side and waiting for the other one to come around looking for them.
My cat desperately needs this. Do you understand? She desperately needs play. Because cats do need play. And this dog, I think Luna enjoys
She needs
teasing.
the exercise.
Well, she does. And then the dog will like tease it.
Yes.
And then Luna will turn around and look at her. And then Luna will run around the corner.
Uh-huh.
You ever see them? She'll run around and she'll
Yes.
run. And then if we look at them, then they'll stop.
Yes.
You can't look. You have to pretend you're doing something or whatever. Okay, I'm doing this or whatever. Or I'm cooking or whatever.
You just have to let them play.
Right, and they do, and they need that because she runs around. We bought them collars. I bought Luna a collar. I'm going to get her one for Christmas for you. I'm going to give her a...
No, Sophie has the harness. She's got the little scarf.
Because
then she can still wear the harness.
I told Mom about that store. She was like, she said, I can't wait to see
Of course. She's going to buy all kinds of stuff for Beulah. Okay, so this wine is 13% alcohol. It is 3.02 grams per liter of residual sugar. So this is much higher in residual sugar. Never any added sugars. This is just part of the natural like fermentation process. By no means do I drink this wine and think like, oh, this is really sugary sweet.
But is this a wine that you would have like if I'm not here and you and Davis are here and you have dinner? Would you drink this? Would you pour a glass with pasta maybe? Have a little pasta?
It depends on what I was having for dinner. I don't naturally gravitate towards cab.
So if I give,
I'll do like a red blend, or I'll do like a lighter red or something like that if I'm just by myself and I just want a glass of wine, or I'll do a rosé or a white, or
you don't do the heavier.
I don't do a heavier
The
red.
heavier red's the best for you.
I
For
understand
your heart.
that.
For that heart right there.
But that's also, especially when you pair it with red meat, which is not so great for your heart. So you kind of like offset
Filet mignon is very
the
lean.
red meat with the better, richer
the
red wine.
killing.
Yes.
Right. Kind of like egg whites. Egg whites, you know.
So this is 48 parts per milliliter of sulfite, so much lower. Again, a lot of the reds typically, you'll have a lot less chance of having a headache or some kind of like reaction to the level of sulfites. Whites and rosés are typically higher.
Yeah. And I found that as a red wine lover, I definitely lean towards the heavier reds. This is a great red. Because I grew up Italian and we always drank heavier red wines. I mean, my family did. There wasn't a lot of white wine. Honestly, there wasn't a lot of white. It was mostly just heavier red wine.
Well, you would drink white if you did something in like a cream sauce or...
On Easter Sunday, they'd bring out a bottle of Chardonnay or whatever. But mostly, I'm telling you, because we ate pasta all the time. We ate red sauce all the time. Red sauce, sausage, peppers. You know what Grandma, you know what Uncle Joe used to make? He used to make the red sauce, and he would make sauce, like spicy pork sausage and peppers. He'd fry them up in a pan, and then he'd serve that on a platter, so you'd have sausage and peppers, and you put that in onions, and you put that over the pasta with the red sauce.
Yeah.
And the locatelli. Would you eat that?
Of course.
You'd eat Uncle Joe. And
Of course I would.
Italians stand over you and they watch you eat. They pick their teeth and they go,
They're like, here, have some more.
eat more, and they keep filling your plate up. That's why when I walk around the wine party, I'm always filling everybody's glass up. I'm always like, go.
Okay, so I love this with the regular beef jerky. Love it with even the taco meat, even though it doesn't say it pairs with any like Mexican or anything like that.
There.
Well, you just got to pick on the specific meats that you want. But it says burgers. I definitely think that, yeah, a nice juicy burger, this would go great with.
Oh, yeah.
We already talked about the ingredients. It's 106 calories per 5-ounce serving. It's 0.447 grams of carbs per 5-ounce serving. 0 grams of fat. Almost all of these wines are vegan, gluten-free, like all of these different things because of just the process of how the grapes are grown. And there's not any of those added stuff in there.
You know, and we've researched the other wines, and the other wines definitely are carb heavier, and they definitely have more residual sugar. And we've done videos about this. If you go back through, she actually researched it, and the store-bought wines they just do. They're that's why they have that taste, because it's supposed to be addictive. But you're supposed to get addicted to that specific taste.
And you know what? If you've never had clean crafted wines, you drink the regular store-bought wines and you're like, oh, that's normal. That's what wine tastes like.
I was telling...
Once you have these wines, you're like, wait a second.
I was telling the couple last night that they was drinking... I forget what they were drinking last night. They were drinking...
higher end wine.
Higher end wine. They were drinking...
Store-bought wine.
I think, no, well, they were drinking it at Sun Creek. I think it was either Coppola or it was Menage a Trois. And I said, if you like Menage a Trois, I said, you're going to go crazy over what we said. I mean, I can say it, you know, that's what they were drinking, and they love it. And they were drinking glasses and glasses and glasses of it. I said, you guys are really in for a treat. You really are in for a treat. You have no idea. And they were like, oh, come on. I was like, no, I'm serious. You are in for a treat. I said, this is going to be a lot of fun for you. Trust me. I said, it's a whole new world, and wine is an experience. And it's like, that's why every Wednesday we do this, because we bring these experiences to you because we...
Well, and we like to explore too. We when taste the wines and just see what we think about them, but also trying them with different kinds of foods and seeing how does that enhance or change the taste of the wine. And then we kind of let you know, so if there's anything that you're interested in, you can be like, oh, that would go great with...
It's funny because when two people meet, when I first met her, there was a couple of things. There's a deal breakers, right? So she passed the first one. I'm not going to say what it is. We're not going to get involved in... We're not going to get involved in politics. Well, she passed that. The second one was, do you like beer? And I specifically said in my dating profile, I like beer. And she goes, why did you say that? I said...
I was like, who cares if you like beer?
There are women out there that said to me, if you drink beer, I'm done. I'm like, bye. Bye. First date. Bye. See you later. Cheers. Bartender, give me another beer. Third thing, do you like good wine? She was like, yes. And I was like, okay, we're done.
Well, back then we didn't know about clean crafted wine, so we would go to different places and we would drink.
No, we'd go to restaurants.
What we thought was good wine.
No, we got high-end wines.
At the time, yes, we
did.
You would get high-end wines, but now that we've had the clean crafted wines, it's really hard to have the wines at the restaurants and stores.
I'm not sure if I can do it anymore.
We'll bring a bottle with us and we'll say, we'll just pay the corking fee, but we want to have this wine, whatever we're ordering for dinner.
And here's the deal. Like, we're going to go to, on Christmas Eve dinner, we're going to Carrabba's with the family. We will bring probably 2 or 3 bottles.
Yeah.
And we will offer the server some. I will. I'll say, would you like some?
Right.
Instead of the corking fee. Sometimes the corking fee is like 10 or 15 bucks.
Sometimes they'll waive it, sometimes not, but whatever.
Whatever.
We love these wines and we'd much rather have this than anything they sell at the restaurant.
Calibria's does charge a corking fee. Don't
Yes.
It's like 10 bucks.
Yes.
10 bucks. But it's worth paying the 10 bucks because then we can openly have that on the table.
Yes.
Like multiple bottles. And sometimes they let us slide just 10 bucks for 2 or 3 bottles. Whatever, you know.
Right. They only charge us one corking fee.
Because then we tip them because the bill at the table is $500.
Right.
And we tip them really well. So our families tend to tip well.
Did you try this with the espresso beans?
Not yet.
The chocolate covered espresso beans? It's really
Should I throw it in the
good.
air?
No, don't do that. It's really good though. I mean, there's a lot of great things this cab goes really well with.
Right.
I didn't try it with the plums or anything, but I mean, both of these wines are really great. I mean, you're like,
Dark chocolate, coffee, and this?
I know, it just,
Oh my God.
it's not something that maybe you would normally
I
have
cut myself.
together.
Hurts.
Yeah, I know. But it definitely, it pairs really nicely together.
Oh.
So, I don't know, maybe you think about some desserts or something that if you had this with a steak dinner and then you have another glass with dessert.
How about a
you
bar
think
of dark
about
chocolate
something.
after the steak?
Yeah,
Would you do
honestly,
it?
yeah. But what's really nice is this espresso beans that are inside and the chocolate, and that chocolate and coffee flavor combined together with this wine is spectacular.
You should bring those to work with you. I'm sure that
Oh my gosh.
your friend Adrian would love to have some of those.
That's all I need is to be snacking on that stuff
Perk
during
it up
the
at 2
middle
o'clock
of
in
the
the
day.
afternoon.
No, I'll just do my little Keurig of a little cup of coffee.
I bought her a Keurig.
If I need a little pick me up.
Well, I'm going to buy you for Christmas some Blackstone Keurig things.
Oh, the little pods.
Mhm.
Okay, they make pods.
Everything's American. They're veteran owned. They're good Christian people, and they do know their coffee. Ask her. She had the black espresso roast this weekend. Outstanding. I mean, literally outstanding. And coffee snobs are like me. I'm a coffee snob.
Well, I love the Skellenfeller coffee. They have a medium roast.
I do too. I love it.
It's low acidity,
I
so
love
if
it.
you ever have that issue with coffee and like
They have like
messing
2
with
coffees,
your stomach,
right?
they have 2 medium roast coffees. One's Honduras and one's another kind, but I've only had the Honduras kind. But
It's good.
it is.
really
It's
good.
very mild. It's got lots of flavor.
Yep.
I mix it with other stuff.
Yeah, but I make it every time I'm here in the morning,
Mhm.
and it's excellent.
Mhm.
It's excellent. But I will say this: the blackout dark espresso roast. What's it called? Midnight Reaper or something?
Yeah.
But it's like really good. You open the bag, you're like, oh, it's orgasmic. It's like, oh my god. It's kind of like when you.
Coffee and wine. There's a lot of people that are very specific
Oh yeah.
about their wine or their coffee.
Oh yeah, and mom likes cheap coffee. Mom, if you're listening, I'm gonna get you some good coffee, please.
Well, she's retired. She's on a restricted income.
Well, then she comes to my house and I take care of her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy your dad some of the coffee for Christmas.
Okay.
I know he likes his.
He loves cappuccino.
Yeah, I know. They don't make cappuccino.
No.
They make the little Keurig pods though,
Okay.
and it's like blackout coffee. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up because I have to produce the video, and it's just such a beautiful night out here. Really, it is. And this would be. I'm praying it's like this on the 28th, because this would be ideal.
On our next wine party here, actually in the wine garden.
Yes.
So all of our local peeps that we've sent you
They're all
an invite,
coming.
yes. And it's shaping up to be a pretty good time. So yeah, hopefully that as it looks right now, the weather is gonna hold out. It's gonna be a really great night.
If it's like this,
Yes.
it's gonna be awesome. And I think it's a little loud over here. Your neighbor's not gonna really be happy. But
He's pretty tolerant.
If the back porch is rocking, don't come and
Oh my
knocking at
gosh.
the back porch. Anyways, so I hope you guys have a good week, the rest of your week. Remember to like, comment, and share on the video. We appreciate all the comments, everything. We read all the comments.
We hope you appreciate less stuff on the table so you can see the wine and the food.
Yeah, we read your comments. We did see that. So you can see the food. You can zoom in on the food. And I can tell you this, honestly, it's going to be a tough week for me because my week's starting now. It's like Monday and Tuesday is fun time for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are kind of like slow fun time.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's rock and roll.
I know, I'm
rock
just
and roll, baby.
starting back out again, kind of like reset. I don't have to worry about grades so much anymore, but I definitely have a lot of stuff I have to get ready for my students to work on.
And when you're on holiday break in November, you realize it's rock and roll time for me.
I do.
Every day you're with me. It's going to be
I
rock
know.
and roll. You got to go with my God.
Okay.
Let's get up in the morning, go get McDonald's. Eat McDonald's sandwiches.
Or I'll just eat my little breakfast before we go.
You can have an egg McMuffin. It's not going to hurt you.
Not every day.
You could have a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh my gosh. No. Chicken minis.
I ate one in front of her the other day.
My son, who's the runner, loves all the carbs and
He
everything
ate in front of you?
of Chick-fil-A. He loves Chick-fil-A.
Well, it's okay. Let him eat.
Oh, I do. Because he can have it.
Give him the waffle fries.
Yes. It's funny, he trades out the waffle fries for mac and cheese.
Does he get the standard sandwich or does he get the loaded one?
Sometimes he does get the loaded one.
With the bacon, lettuce, tomato?
Yes. Yes. Sometimes he
Ooh.
does, but he always trades out the fries for the mac and cheese. And I'm like, I don't know how you can eat all
You know who
those
does
carbs.
that? Nate does that.
Does he really?
Yeah, Nate does the mac and cheese versus the
Well,
but when I'm at McDonald's though,
when you're over 40, you can't do that anymore.
I get a standard egg McMuffin with Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon.
Yep, it's the lowest calorie one on the menu. And it's delicious. It's
What
like,
do you mean turkey sausage?
well, they don't have turkey sausage, but the egg McMuffin with pork sausage is really good.
Okay.
It's really only 450 calories. It's not bad.
Well, we hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you have any questions about either one of these wines or any
Yeah.
of the wines on Scout and Cellar's site.
Yep.
Happy to answer any questions that you have. If you feel like you want to place an order and give the wines a try, please, by all means. We have all kinds of links somewhere, anywhere where you can order.
I think over the holidays, I'm going to plan a video. It's going to be not on a Wednesday night, but I'm going to do a video where I actually show you how to make the garlic marinara from scratch.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a video on our channel. But I want you to pick a wine. I want you to be with me.
Well, it's going to be something K-Fico.
But you're going to be in the background, kind of.
Okay.
And you're going to be kind of talking about the wine, and I'm going to have everything ready to go and all the ingredients, so I can teach you guys how I make my famous garlic marinara sauce, and you can see it in full color HD.
Then you can customize it with whatever meat you want.
Yep. But it's the healthiest, most delicious thing you've ever had, and I'm going to make a video, and we're going to do that during the holidays.
Yeah.
So we'll have a lot of fun during the holidays.
Okay.
Do some pop-up videos too.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so we will talk to you guys next week.
All right.
We're gonna do a video before the party next week.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe we could sample some of the wines that we're gonna do at the party.
We'll see. All right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.